Awakening and becoming increasingly aware changes you as a person. We're going to break down how this can look and the ways in which you may change as you raise your consciousness. So, first of all, you may find yourself outgrowing the vast majority of people in your life. It's very normal for this to happen, for you to let go of and move on from most of the people that you've ever known. You may also find that relating to people becomes harder, especially when you try to talk about deeper, more profound topics. You may find that there's a gulf between your ability to get it and most other people's ability to get it. You see that this getting it thing is rare, and so you do your best to only surround yourself with the kind of people who do get it, or are on their way there to understanding things on a deeper level. Of course, you can always be open, but ultimately you will want to be close with like-minded people, those who can appreciate the way that you think. On the other hand, relating to people can actually become easier. And that's because when you raise your consciousness, you're more in touch with how there's no real existential difference between you and another person. You're the same. You're both the universe, you're just in different bodies having different experiences. This means that you can understand and relate to basically anyone on a very deep spiritual existential level, where you relate to their human experience and what it's like to be alive, but also what it's like to suffer. With awakening, you grow to be more conscious of the power of your words. You forever realize that you can't get away with saying stupid stuff anymore, and so you take more responsibility of your speech and commit to never saying stupid and mindless things ever again. You watch yourself carefully and are always aware of just how easy it is to slip up and let your ego or the unconscious part of you speak. And when this does happen, what you do is the following. You notice it, you reflect on it, and you notice how what happened there was a projection of your own ego, and then you do your best to integrate that, accepting it as a moment of unconsciousness. Speaking of unconsciousness, with awakening, you become far more tolerant of the unconsciousness in others. You're so familiar with what unconsciousness looks like, having worked through so much of it in yourself, that you form an appreciation of it when it arises in others. You become more forgiving, you become more accepting, and you learn to see the universe in people, especially when they can't see it themselves. With awakening, you begin to really value being alone. You realize that nearly all of this work is done by being on your own. It's by contemplating, by meditating, by having insights about yourself, your life, and your existence. You make more time for this, and naturally socializing and spending time with others decreases. It becomes less of a priority as you turn more inward. You realize that the best thing that you could possibly do for yourself, spiritually speaking, is to sit quietly and listen to your inner voice of God, which tells you the truth and which tells you what you need to work on in yourself in order to raise your consciousness further. With awakening, you become more mature. You treat your life with more respect, knowing especially that the universe itself has chosen to live through you in your particular form. You start to get more in touch with the kind of work that you need to do in your lifetime. And this could be burning through loads of karma by working through certain addictions, or it could be helping others and being a kind and loving person to all. Whatever it is, you can intuitively sense that your purpose here in life is deeply spiritual, and in some way is going to be lowering ego and raising consciousness. With awakening, you realize that nothing can make you happy. Through lots of meditation and self-inquiry, you realize that the only thing that would do it is a full surrender to God or the universe. And knowing this, it's very normal for you to become disinterested in materialistic stuff. You can kind of just sense that it wouldn't do much for you. And this makes you more mature and more detached from a lot of the worldly possessions which most people you'll know will be chasing after. At the same time, awakening makes you realize how many things you're still attached to, and how it's possible that in this lifetime you may never let go or transcend these things, and that's completely okay. Awakening is not about achieving perfection, it's much more about surrendering yourself to realize the deeper truth of the universe. You don't need to be perfect for this to happen, you just need to be open, to be willing, and to give yourself over so that higher consciousness can show you the truth. So, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've realized how important it is for me to share these deeper spiritual lessons, partly because of how rare they are, but also because I feel a calling to do so. This work will go very deep in the future, so appreciate how early of a stage this channel is in. It's very exciting stuff, and we have a lot to look forward to in the future. So, keep going, keep looking within, and keep raising your consciousness. If you would like more videos, then my friend, please do subscribe.